You are listening to HQ Now here on 106.9 TuneFM, where I am joined by Tristan, one of our volunteers here at Tune, who's going to be doing some work on men's mental health and on sharing student experiences and stories through TuneFM. How are you today, Tristan?
Oh, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Really well, thanks. So tell us a little bit about what you're hoping to do during your time with us here at Tune.
Realistically, I want to be interviewing students, staff, alumni, because I've seen firsthand how powerful real conversations they can be. I come from a background in men's mental health. I've been involved with with a non-for-profit called Are You Bogged Mate through Mary O'Brien, who's an alumni of the University of New England. That work showed me, and sorry, not work, but going through her what she does showed me the impact you can have when you give people the space to open up with what they're going through. On top of that, I've got my own experience within podcasting. I've spent a lot of time helping everyday people share their stories. I'm presently studying a Bachelor of Laws and a Bachelor of Arts at the university. And coming back to study after years out of school, I've realized how many students they have incredible journeys, and no one gets to hear those stories and journeys. And people balance work, they balance family, mental health, living remote, studying online, studying on campus. It's real life. Everyone really deserves a platform. It's for me, interviewing people combines everything I care about: storytelling, community, mental health, and connection. It's about making people feel seen, breaking down the isolation and those barriers, showing students across the university and even, uh, potential students that they're a part of something bigger than just logging into MyLearn.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic to hear. It's such a great initiative and a great use of not only your time, but the Tune FM airwaves as well. So we're speaking out to an audience of online students on the digital HQ right now. If they've got a story to share, what would you say to them, and how would you like to get them to get in touch with you?
If you've got a short story to share, just reach out to me. I'm happy to talk to you and see how we can best share it. I can provide my email if that's best, or
Yeah,
if
perfect.
you want to, you can reach out to Tune FM as well. I'm sure they're happy to pass them on. But my email is tgarratt2, TGARRAT2 at myune.
Perfect. And if you'd like to reach out through Tune, our email address is tunefm@une.edu.au, or you can get in touch with us on the Digital HQ MyLearn forums as well. Um, I want to learn a little bit more about you as well,
Cool.
Tristan, because we've got a very diverse array of volunteers here at Tune. What sparked your interest in kind of podcasting and that area?
Yeah, so I used to live only a couple of hours away from Armidale myself. So I worked on a golf course slash farm slash polo estate. It was a massive job. But I spent hours and hours on mowers and on tractors, and I listened to a lot of podcasts. So I started by listening to like the Alpha Blokes podcast when they first started up. And when I'd moved back down to Sydney, I'd gotten really lonely, and I really needed a way to express it. So there was a small, really, really small podcast that lived only, I don't know, 2 kilometers up the road. And I reached out to them. I'm like, look, I'm pretty tech savvy. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I'd love to get on and start producing the podcast. So I was with them for, I don't know, about a year, and through them I developed my skills with podcasting and all of that. This is the fun fact that not many people know about me. I used to volunteer as a DJ on an aviation online radio show. I don't remember what they're called, but they're one of the Sky Blue Radio, that's it. I used to volunteer when I was quite young, 15, 16, and I used to just play the music that I enjoyed once a week to, there weren't many listeners, 20 or 30 listeners each week, but it was quite fun, and that's how I also got into the, I guess, digital media space.
Yeah, amazing. And you also mentioned that you're studying online here at UNE. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your study journey as well?
Yeah, correct. So I've only been in for sorry, this is my second trimester that I'm completing, so I'm only fresh. But I started going through my own personal issues, which landed me in a few legal issues, and through that, I ended up getting really interested in the court system. The lawyers that I had were amazing people and were very interesting. And in talking to them, I realized that law is likely something I can do. I've got a very analytical mind. I work through my problems. I'm quite good with working through that stuff. So I realized that something I could do, and I couldn't commit at the time to going into university in person. So I was looking at places like Western Sydney, Sydney Uni, UNSW, Macquarie Uni, all of them, and I realized that none of them had the flexibility that I needed. So what I'd done is I put the inquiry in August last year for trimester two, just to do a diploma of paralegal studies. And I that trimester went really, really well. I quite enjoyed it. I got a distinction and a high distinction, which I was quite proud of, seeming as I hadn't had done any studies since I graduated year 12. And when I realized that I could do it, I put in for a transfer to the Bachelor of Laws and Bachelor of Arts. That's dependent on me finishing this trimester, but I know that I'm going to complete it and I know that I'm going to do well. And again, that's kind of these are the stories that I want to push to current students, future students, etc. That you don't need to be incredibly smart. I got a mystery mark for my HSC, so I did very, very poorly. And here I am studying at probably one of the better public universities in the country.
Yeah, fantastic. What can people expect to hear from you going forward once we've got a regular segment of your work on Tune?
Yeah, so my what you can expect to hear from me is, I guess, people's stories from what's happening through the university at the moment. So I know there's a lot of WhatsApp groups that go on with the uni. So, I've got a lot of contacts through there, and I've got a lot of people who are willing to start talking and kind of introducing how they got into where they are now. So really stories. I've got a few of the staff on board that are willing to have a chat. And yeah, realistically, just stories. If you want me to talk about something, I'm more than happy to. I'm a bit of a, not a bit of a journalist. I'm not a journalist, but I like learning about stuff. So if I find out something interesting, perhaps about that, uh, I, l- I'm still quite involved in the Upper Hunter, New England community. So news within the community up there, all of that type of stuff. A bit of everything. I'm a bit of an open book.
Absolutely love that. And the most important question, because we are, after all, on a radio station, what is your taste in music like?
Well, my taste in music is so broad. It's not funny. I'll listen to anything from heavy metal through to country music. I actually just went to the Metallica concert in Sydney just over the weekend, so that was really enjoyable. The fuel went off. Metallica are an amazing band to see live, and I'm due to see AC/DC as well over the weekend. So again, metal country. I'm seeing the Counting Crows early next year. So if that gives a kind of a taste to the variety of my music.
You'll get along well with our operations manager Ben. I think you guys have quite similar tastes with the heavy metal side of things. Well, thank you for joining us for a really quick chat here, Tristan. We're looking forward to hearing all of the stories that you're going to share with us here on Tune. And I'd absolutely encourage everybody who's listening to stay tuned and keep an ear out for it in the coming days and weeks.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me. And yeah, but likely the coming weeks, I'm just still sorting out the finer details of who wants to talk to who. But definitely by January, we'll have something going and on the airwaves.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it. And thank you again for joining us.
Thank you, mate.
You are listening to HQ now here on 106.9 Tune FM. We're going to jump back to the music. We'll be back shortly.